Well, I pretty much have my own doctor, so whenever I have any problems, I just tend to set up an appointment with him.
Okay.
And he maintains my blood work.
When's the last time you visited him?
December.
December. And how would you rate the way you're treated by your doctor?
Oh, he's fantastic. He makes sure that everything's done thorough, which I truly appreciate. It's not always been that way. I've had other doctors that just push you in, push you out, don't even look at other things that may be happening with you. But he's very thorough, takes care of everything that needs to be done. I think what it mainly is just his overall professionalism. Just making you feel like you're important to him and you're not just a paycheck. Just the overall general caring of his patient. I think all hospitals should allow traditional healing practices. I know a friend of mine who's in the hospital now, another friend wanted to smudge his room and smudge him. But I had to stop and think, whether or not the hospital would allow something like that. Because his problems is breathing, so,
Yeah.
Even though we view it as a healthful thing, I'm not sure hospitals would view it like that. You call to set up an appointment, and they're like, "Well, you don't need one right now," and it's like, "Well, how do you know that? You haven't seen me in months. How do you know what I need and what I don't need?" And this was in the States, but here in Canada, it seems to be a lot different. Health-wise, I think the healthcare system here in Canada is much better than down in the States.
Oh, good.
Except for the emergency rooms now. I went to the emergency room one evening and they told me I had an 8-hour wait to see a doctor. And I'm like, well, in 8 hours I could go see my own doctor. This was like 12 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, 8 hours, because I was having chest pains. So, it was
Oh,
very
wow.
concerning. There were 8 hours. I'm like, well, if I'm
You
a
could
drop-
be dead by
if I'm
then.
a drop dead, I'd rather go home and watch David Letterman. Sit here and look at a bunch of sick people. Yes, back in New Brunswick I did. Of course, the town I came from, Woodstock, New Brunswick, is such a small town. And our reservation have had problems with the town, some of the people. So they kind of treat you like, oh, you're back, all right, well, we'll treat you, but, it was just an overall weird sensation.
What reserve is it? I can't remember. Now, is it-
Maliseet.
Oh, you're Maliseet.
Sock Panda Maliseet.
Oh, good. No, Mi'kmaq. Not Mi'kmaq, right?
No, Micmac is on the eastern end. We're the western.
Okay.
We're the more docile.
Are you?
Yeah, they used to raid our reserves way back. That little experience I had with the emergency room was very, very disappointing to me. I don't know if it would ever be possible, but I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to have like an HIV/AIDS emergency hospital type situation where somebody with HIV and AIDS can go in an emergency and be taken very seriously rather than being told to wait 8 hours to speak to a doctor. But this is a large city and the mainstream hospitals are very busy. And I think that's why it would be beneficial to people who have HIV and AIDS to have some place that they can go, not only for the 8-hour wait reasons, but also to be able to feel comfortable in telling the people, look, I'm HIV. I mean, when I told them that, I wasn't sure how they would react to it.
How did they react?
I don't know, maybe that's why I got an 8-hour wait. I don't know. But if there was that type of a situation, then people would feel more comfortable in the treatment that they get. I imagine might even reduce a lot of wait times in emergency rooms around the city.
That's a good idea. I don't know, like whether it could be a clinic or
A clinic,
something.
yeah, something that's
Specifically, yeah.
emergency type.
Yeah.
It'd take a lot of work to get something like that going, but I think it would be very, very beneficial.
In terms of how would you rate your physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional health?
All in one, you mean?
Start from the physical.
All right, physical, I'd say I'm probably like 60%, 60 to 70%. I think I'm starting to wind down a little, but I try not to even think about it, because if I start thinking about it, then I'll wind down even more. But I do, now that I'm getting older, I've had it since '97. I think it may be taking its toll. I find myself getting tired from time to time. So it's concerning to me. So I try to do what I can to try to stay busy, try to stay positive.
What about your mental and emotional health?
Well, I'm a mental case anyway, no. I'm kidding. Who isn't? I mean,
Yeah, right.
the only sane person in the world is the one who refuses to admit that they're insane a little
Right.
bit. But no, I think emotionally and psychologically, I'm pretty fit there. I'd probably say about 80%.
What about spiritual?
Spiritual, no, that's something that may need a lot of improvement. I'd probably say about 40%. I definitely need to have some work on it. I am learning a lot more about my own culture, being around a lot of the people I've met here, which is great because I get an opportunity to meet people of different reservations and different beliefs, and I think that's very important because we are such a diverse people. We need to be able to, learn from each other, because a lot of our beliefs are the same. It's the approaches that are different.